so happy we alive.
Good evening, and welcome to Louisville Late Night. This evening, we're greeting you from the heart of the University of Kentucky. In fact, the heart of Kentucky in Lexington. We're at the William T. Young Library, and this evening we're proud and delighted to have with us Charles T. Wethington, President of the University of Kentucky. President Wethington grew up in Casey County, the son of an educator. He has spent a good part of his life in academics, earning a Ph.D. in psychology from the University of Kentucky, and working for years to bring the University of Kentucky Community College system to what it is today. President Wethington has also been very active in the NCAA. He's currently the chairman of the executive committee of the NCAA and is also very influential and active on numerous other NCAA activities. President Wethington has served in the U.S. Air Force, and an insightful person recently said that no one knows and loves Kentucky as much as Charles T. Wethington. So it's with the greatest honor and privilege that I would like to present to you President Charles T. Wethington of the University of Kentucky. President Wethington, you have been here for 11 years as president. You've worked with U of K for practically your entire life. Is that right?
I've been with the University of Kentucky almost all my professional career. I actually began as a full-time person in 1965, so I'm getting close to the point, I guess, where I will have been some 36 years employed full-time at the University of Kentucky. Most of my professional life has been spent here.
And but there's only been 10 presidents of the University of Kentucky. Is that not correct?
I'm the 10th president, and this is that's gives some indication of just how much of an honor this position is. The fact that there have been only 9 people that have come before me in this position puts all of us, I suppose, in some rare company. So this university presidency is something to be cherished, and I feel extremely honored to have been in this position for the last almost 11 and a half years.
I've heard it said that no one has accomplished as much as president of the University of Kentucky as yourself. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know how to assess that, except that I feel very good about what we've accomplished in these last 11 plus years, and I'm convinced the University of Kentucky is a far better place than it was in 1990. We've made major strides, particularly academically, in this university. We've gotten better and better at getting excellent students to come to the University of Kentucky, and we've put a great premium on that.
You have, I remember a quote once where it was said that where you were quoted as saying that great universities are built student by student, faculty member by faculty member, and brick by brick. And
there's no easy way to build a great university. It's simply a constant process, one that must go on continually. And you're right, you've got to have the excellent students, the excellent faculty members, the excellent buildings, the excellent equipment, and that's done piece by piece and bit by bit.
And I heard that we had more National Merit Scholars this year than we've had in the past.
Well, when I came into office in 1990, I think we had 12 National Merit Scholars in the freshman class. Over the last 3 years, we've averaged about 60, so that number will go up and down a bit each year, but that gives you some indication of how some of the very best students are choosing the University of Kentucky now, and they weren't doing that back in 1990.
Yeah, and in fact, for years, many of us here in Kentucky and from Kentucky, it seems like we have done our darndest to try to keep it a secret that the rolling bluegrass hills of U of K far better than Beverly Hills or Hollywood Hills, any day. And it seems like you more than anyone else has let the cat out of the bag. And now there's students from all 50 states at U of K. There's 60 countries and exchange programs with the University of Kentucky.
We'll have more than 1,500 students usually from international students at the University of Kentucky each fall, and probably from more than 100 countries those students will come. Clearly we bring in students from all over Kentucky and the other states as well. This is a state that really needs a first-rate comprehensive university. And the University of Kentucky is that. It's the only institution with a statewide mission. And if Kentucky is going to develop and grow as we'd like to see it develop, then it must have a very good first-rate university. And the University of Kentucky has that potential, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's one message we want to go out to all Kentuckians is that when they're supporting the University of Kentucky, they're supporting the state of Kentucky itself, because the University of Kentucky is directly related to 80,000 jobs, and 30,000 people work for the university throughout the state and every county, practically.
The University of Kentucky touches every county, and we do have people working in every county. That is, particularly through our agriculture extension service and from our medical center and other parts of the university. We're out all across the state. There are more than 11,500 full-time people employed by the University of Kentucky, and this university has an annual operating budget of more than $1.2 billion. So it's a big enterprise, one that's very important to the state economically as well as educationally. But you really can't separate education and economic development. They simply go hand in hand.
I heard the University of Kentucky had a $4.4 billion impact on the economy of the state of Kentucky. That sounds mind-boggling.
Well, clearly some of the economists would indicate that our impact is at least that much, because with the $1.2 billion budget and the domino effect from that expenditure, clearly our economic impact on Kentucky is significant.
And I'm just curious, is there any, as you look out over the past 11 years as president of the University of Kentucky, so many things have happened directly under your leadership. The diversity program at the University of Kentucky, I've heard there's 300% more African Americans here at the University of Kentucky. The women's program has expanded. The Women's Health Center has opened. There's a women's studies program. There's more women involved in key positions at the university. The number of female or women deans has doubled since you've been president of the University of Kentucky. You must feel very proud, and I don't know what, at the same time, you must be working 24 hours a day for the last 11 years. What's it feel like?
Well, obviously, this is a position that demands virtually all of a person's time, but I'm really pleased at the progress we've made in diversifying this institution. Those things that we've done that get the most attention, perhaps, are the hiring of the first African-American men's basketball coach at the University of Kentucky.
Tubby Smith, and winning the NCAA.
Of course, and Bernadette Locke Maddox, and then Vice President Jerry Bramwell, who's our Vice President for Research and Graduate Studies. But in addition to the bringing of people like that to the university, we've also, in my opinion, greatly enhanced and improved the environment on campus. And the year that we celebrated the 50 years of African American legacy on this campus, highlighted by Archbishop Tutu coming here to address the university community, was one of the highlights of this last 11 and a half years for me.
Really? When was Archbishop Tutu here?
I don't remember what month, but he was here approximately 2 years ago, I believe.
That's really quite a highlight in the